Dear awakened human beings, my brothers and sisters, I am your brother Thanet the Light, and today we're going to talk about my experience with why I did drugs in the past. And this is the kind of conversation I want the future people to be transparent about, because these things heal, these kind of stories, these kind of truth heal the community, heal people who are still traveling the journey of, drug abuse and smoking a lot. And, but the first drug of choice that I chose was ecstasy. It was a blue dolphin. And it's part of the culture to embrace everything. And the reason why I actually did the drugs, why I did ecstasy, because I was depressed. All of my life, I guess I never chose what I wanted to do with my life. I just went with what everybody else told me. And so because I couldn't figure out what I wanted, I did what, everybody else said. And I overworked myself and had a heartbreak. And my heart was broken, and it allowed me to adventure towards drug doing. And the truth is it's drugs, but when you are a user, you don't see it as drugs. You see it as happy pill or happiness in a joint, happiness in a line, happiness powder, right? So for me, it was euphoria, and I have never experienced so much, fulfilling happiness. And because, because in the beginning, it becomes euphoria because you still have chemicals in you that uplift you, that you haven't burnt yet. And because I used drugs in the past so much that I didn't have any more serotonin to burn to feel good, I thought, my mind said, this is happy pill. But I didn't realize why it didn't, I didn't realize when it stopped making me happy. So I kept doing it, and eventually took, overdose. And it didn't stop there. I overdosed, and then I had a panic attack once. Luckily, I had people who had, human beings have good heart. So this is why I'm alive, because people care. Deep down, everyone cares about each other. And that's why I love being alive. I love being human, because deep down, we all care. So to stay on track with the drugs, I ran out of money to do drugs. If I didn't run out of money, I probably would have just died, to be honest. And because, again, I was so unfulfilled with my life that I thought something external needed to fix me. And so I kept doing it. So this is a pattern with drug abuse, because I didn't love myself. I didn't have any dreams. I didn't have any goals. I felt a lack of support, and I didn't feel any love. So I was seeking something outside of me. And sex can be a drug too, but it's not as destructive, because you need somebody else too, and there's growth with others. But with drugs, it's all, you get a lot of loneliness. And so I was making friends through drugs, because that's what I had. I did the best with what I have, and it worked. And I was around loving people, but again, you attract your own vibes. And I loved everybody. I'm grateful for every experience, even every experience of the drug doing, even the near death, even the overdose, the panic attack, the lack of sleep. I just never gave up. But after doing the ecstasy, I still didn't feel like I was enough. And so I was still kind of depressed. So I went to just play games for a whole year and just kind of isolated myself, because I felt ashamed. I felt ashamed of my drug doing. And so I was not socializing, because I feel ashamed of my story. I didn't have much to say. And I was ashamed. I wasn't successful. I wasn't happy. I wasn't doing anything with my life but just doing nothing and playing video games all day. And really, I was ashamed of myself for my suffering. But I found cannabis, weed. The weed helped me to, and I was smoking weed heavily for a year, like, and weed helped me to calm my depression down. You know, the weed, cannabis, the mother plant, you know, really helped me to feel more. I was in my mind so much, I was real negative, and weed helped me to numb thinking, just felt more. And as you know, and I'm so grateful for all the experiences, the smoking experience I had with people in the past, and I just felt so much. I still feel the love from all the drug experiences that I had with people because I'm grateful. I needed everybody. I'm just so grateful for all of you, everybody that have helped me get here to this point. There comes a point where the weed smoking becomes, it plateaus. It healed me until a point because cannabis is a medicine, and it becomes, and my brother Charles said, I remember him saying that becomes poison if you overtake it. So, and what happens is I was smoking so much that I felt good about myself, but I couldn't remember any, and I had great ideas, but I could never take action on them because I was so high. And I started writing down these ideas, and I realized, can I feel this high, uplifting high in myself without smoking the weed? And so I tried, and at this time, this is when I started experimenting with meditation, because I realized, is it possible that I can just feel the high being sober? And so I tried, and it took some time, but what happened was I transitioned from smoking weed to experiencing LSD. And I experienced LSD. The LSD is a profound experience, And again, LSD is another medicine that you can hit a plateau. It brings you up and plateau. Everything is a teacher. And so I was meditating a lot, and the meditation helped me to find myself. I was looking for myself, thinking it was in the paper, it was in the pill, it was in the herb. But I was doing it because I needed some kind of help, because I wasn't getting it. But I realized that's why the plant medicine works. This is why all plant medicine works. But plant medicine is still medicine. There comes a point where it hits a limitation. But I am just so grateful for LSD because it helped me to see beyond my mind. I was so close-minded about society, about who I am, about my dreams, about love, about feeling, about judgment, about the universe. And I had so many profound experiences, but eventually all the profound experiences told me, you have learned that you don't need this anymore. And I felt so good because I realized that I felt pierced by the love of the universe. And that the message was, you don't need this anymore. You are enough. That you're here to learn that you have the mind, but you're connected as a godly being. That who you are is the LSD, the weed, the ecstasy, and even more within me was so much more than the external drugs. That within me was that feeling that I was chasing that spiritual high, but within me there was so much more balance and sustainability in that energy. And this is when the spirituality happened. I realized that the drug doing needed to stop because I was it. I was the energy I was looking for. And so my next drug of choice was meditation. And I naturally went there because my intuition told me, you are enough, brother. That you are the light, you are God, you are a powerful being. And that we all have that same potential. But don't assume for other people they have the potential. Is they have that potential to be, but it starts with me being the light. That world change, world peace starts within. That if you want to inspire the world, that you gotta inspire yourself first. Be inspiration. And the person you see today is inspiration, is love, is bliss, is harmony, is joy, because I just chose it. I stopped choosing the drugs because I chose myself. And you can choose yourself too. And talk to me. Talk to me. I'm here for you. And I love you. And just remember, you are enough. I am enough. I feel I am enough. And I choose to be even better. Because I love being better. I love blooming. I love growing. And I love new experiences. So peace and blessings. And I hope that this was somewhat inspirational. And just being myself because it's time. It's time. Namaste, masters.